get more on the mood of the markets as we start the new trading week. Liz Miller is president of Summit Place Financial Advisors, and she joins us remotely. Liz, always good to see you. We have obviously investors keeping an eye on what's happening in the Middle East, but we mentioned you've got a big week for earnings. You've got constant focus on where the economy's headed. How would you describe the mood of the markets right now?
Tumultuous. Yeah, there's so many cross currents, and I think investors, we're already struggling to always put all the pieces in place. And I think in many ways they feel very unsure of their footing, but yet we are seeing some stability and strength come back to the stock market after this, long pullback all summer.
So does that mean as an investor you're seeing opportunity in the stock market right now?
I absolutely think there's opportunity. It's been a very interesting year. We've sort of said internally it's a tale of two markets. Even with the pullback over the summer, I'd call it a consolidation. We've seen real strength in communications and tech, as we all know, but there's a lot of sectors that haven't even participated, and we're really focusing on some of those, some of the manufacturing that looks like it's ready to turn. We'll get some look at that through this earnings season, and some of the staples in healthcare that have really been left behind this year.
Now, if you're making those decisions, I am curious, what is your outlook for the economy? Because I think everybody hears about this navigating between inflation woes, but also the cooling effect that higher interest rates have. And then if that leads us into a recession, what does that mean for companies and corporate profits? So, while you're looking for pockets of opportunity, what's your actual outlook for the economy itself?
Our outlook is that we've probably been in a recession. We'll wait for that to be called. And then, in fact, we're closer to the end of that by all means. We think while you may see some stabilization in consumer spending, we don't see a downturn. And we really think as we come into the end of this year and the beginning of next year, we're actually going to be seeing manufacturing starting to improve. We think you'll see continued stability in the consumer sector. So we think we're coming out of maybe a rotating recession, as a lot of people are calling it. That is, seeing that weakness go from sector to sector over the past year and a half and really starting to find its bottom before things start maybe improving in 2024.
Okay, so against that backdrop, let's go through some examples of areas where you see opportunity. I mean, you talked a little bit about sectors before, but a name like Coca-Cola, which obviously is a company that is not going to be going anywhere anytime soon, makes it onto your list. What is it about the Coke business model that attracts your investing eye these days?
It's really a valuation question. Over the summer, Coke really took a hit, down double digits so far this year, really being painted with this belief that the success of these new weight loss drugs is going to hurt the sale of sweet beverages. And it may not over the long run. We're not really worried over the long run in that. But more importantly, Coke has spent years diversifying its portfolio. It is a core beverage company. It's proven that it can bring out different beverages to meet the tastes of different geographies around the world. We just think this is a great valuation opportunity for a long-term purchase, selling below market multiples, looking out a year. You don't get that opportunity very often in Coke.
Well, it is kind of an interesting side story, isn't it? In the year where everybody initially talked about AI and now they talk about the rise of Ozempic, and you've seen, whether it's Novo Nordisk, the maker of that product, or even Eli Lilly, you've got these drug makers that have seen their stocks surge. Coca-Cola, to your point, has struggled. I saw Hershey is also on your list of names to keep an eye on. That stock has also had quite a struggle since the summer.
Same thing, down over 20% over the summer. I can't think historically when we've seen that for Hershey. Another one suddenly selling at a discount to the market when we look out a year. Again, really a once in a long time opportunity for a long-term, very strong company. And I think it's the same brush. As you just said, we're seeing the healthcare companies that are in this Ozempic area, in the weight loss drug success, doing great. And we're seeing bets made against the confectioners, sweet beverage. I think in the long run, these companies are going to do fine. And I think we're looking really at unique buying opportunities in both of these stocks.
Liz, good to have you.